If you're down for love and you're by the time, you're full of ambition, we will be fine. So come on, come on. As you can see, we're a bit rusty today.
Hello, welcome back.
Can you hear me?
you know, I've been talking for like 10 minutes. I forgot to mute myself.
Can you hear us all?
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
Joker.
Yeah, I'll be like talking, and I'm like, is that baby in the background? No one can hear me. Balgus Family Affair, the podcast that seems to just not, it's like we're having a kind of a spluttering start in it at the moment. It's like we're spluttering into the 100th episode. We're at 97 at the moment. I don't know why I've typed in 96. We're at 97. Yeah, 97. We've got 3 more. We're at 100. 100th episode. Yeah, man. So we've got Pudding, Travesty, Medea, and of course,
Hello.
Yo. So what I want to start off with, obviously, you guys watched the new Chappelle comedy special. Have you seen it? I don't know if you've seen it.
You know what?
I
was speaking to Trashley about this. I wanted to watch it, but kids are in the way, so we couldn't have that quality sister time to watch it. So not able to.
So you haven't watched it? Okay.
Nah.
Anyway, so this guy just states some I don't know. I don't want to say it without going out of line, but I guess no one really cares what I say. He's saying some obvious facts that every human will have to pass through the legs of someone who's considered a female, and then he says something like gender is a fact, and everyone's going crazy, man. The whole transgender thingy is going community is going crazy, and I'm like, hold on a second, wait, hold on a second. I don't know what the idea is. You have I'm sorry, we have a woman and we have a man, and one can make babies and one can't. That's it. It's simple. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Wait there. Sorry, let me go back. A woman and a man might be wrong in today's climate, but you got someone who makes babies and someone who can't really make babies yet. So I'm thinking, are we too entitled? Are we too are we at the point where we're allowed to be mad about everything?
I actually don't know what you were trying to get at, what he said. I really don't get what the argument is. The statement he made is not a statement that anybody should be offended by.
Yeah, that's the thing.
He didn't say a specific group would this or that. He just said gender is a fact.
Yeah.
It is a fact. It's a fact to those who believe they're who they are. So gender is a fact. I can't see what the problem is. So if you believe you are female in a male body, gender is a fact to you. You are a female. So what he said, I don't understand why people are up in arms about it. I actually don't get it.
I'm glad you touched on that, because I had another epiphany today, and I was like, you know what? Let me pretend I'm a religious guy at the moment. I'm not pretending now. I'm not talking how I feel, but this is how I think. I could imagine someone who's religious, someone who's really like a hardened Christian. And someone says to him, yeah, I'm not a boy, I'm a girl, or whatever, vice versa. And then says something like, yeah, I'm trapped in the wrong body. And I'm thinking that's like to a Christian, that must be a serious allegation, or someone who's religious.
They think you're possessed by the devil.
Because when you think about it, it's like...
Hang on about it. When their opinions don't count in my book because they're nuts themselves. I don't care who takes it offensive. Because if you're judging someone because they are saying something like that, you are the problem. You have no form of compassion. You're not supposed to be judging. So if you're going to judge, I'm judging you. You're not case.
But anyway, like so like, and then someone will say like, yeah, they're trapped in the body and stuff. And then obviously a Christian person would fight and say, I guess they would argue and say,
It's a sin.
So God doesn't make mistakes. I've heard that from religious people. God didn't make
because listen, God, they say if you listen to these people who are so deep in religion, they say God's mistake was making man. So he does make mistakes. It was making man.
Yeah. So but I'm like, wow, man. Can you imagine that? Like talking to a religious guy about this whole scenario.
I wouldn't waste my time. They're too difficult. They're just on a different planet. I would not be talking to them at all.
Yeah.
Their opinions, to me, their opinions should never count in situations like this because they're judgmental, and some of them are worse than the people who we're talking about, say transgenders or somebody who's lesbian or gay. A lot of Christians are worse than people they are judging who have these things going on in their life. So no, I don't want to hear nothing about what they think. They're not relevant, I'm afraid.
That's true. So anyway, I just feel like at the moment we've kind of lost our minds, or at least some sections of the society or the human race, civilization. And I think everyone needs to take a chill pill. And I'm looking for it doesn't even matter what Dave Chappelle says when he comes back. When he does he's doing a tour. It doesn't matter what he says, they're still gonna turn it and say, yeah, well, he said this and blah blah. Because once you've said something, it doesn't matter how much you apologize or say, okay, I didn't mean it that way, people still burn you for it,
The only thing is with him, what he said isn't a problem, I don't think. I think he never should have said it. Because people in a time when people are allowed to be who they are, we can't be sort of throwing those sort of comments out now. It's just not right to be.
It's too divisive.
Right. It's like it shouldn't be. You shouldn't have said it anyway. So
to me, I think obviously he's a man of a certain age, like I've always gone back to. People of certain ages have been grown up in a different time.
Say a lot of people of certain ages, not all.
Not all, but many of the older generation are not so inclusive. And unfortunately, they still think they have the right to freedom of speech, where if your freedom of speech offends somebody else, you've got to remember that you can't be saying that. Yeah, you can think it, but don't say it out loud. Just keep it to yourself.
He's a comedian, though, isn't he?
I know he's a comedian, but then you're using somebody else's probably nightmare or the life they're living to sort of boost your career.
That's where he went wrong.
Yeah, people are losing jobs and certain things are happening to people through this kind of subjects, but yet you're using it as part of your comedy sketch.
I suppose, sorry for jumping in there, Travis. I suppose it's a bit like the old wives' jokes, the jokes they always made about wives. They always have an old. You'd have to watch some of the comedies to see what I'm talking about. They always had insultive jokes about wives, and I think he's probably thinking that it's on the same level, so it doesn't matter. But it does matter. It does matter.
But with Dave Chappelle, he sort of, because I've actually watched his show, and he was saying that he feels that that the LGBTQ plus community have got more rights than he has. And
that's also true.
That they're more important than the fight he's been having for over 200 years and this and that. And
yes, and I'm travesty. I agree with him there. However, it gives him no right to attack people of that community anyway. He has no right to attack the people who've put him in that predicament. Don't attack other people who are just as vulnerable.
I don't think he was attacking them. I think he did stay at the end. He said at the end of the...
Yeah. At the end of the day, he has to be careful of what he says in this day and age. You really need to be,
but I think with comedy was always the place where you could say, the stuff that people couldn't say.
Many words spoken in jest.
Yeah, but the comedy was a platform where you could say the stuff that no one was really allowed to say. That was kind of a grey zone, If you take away that, like that the woman, like you said, the wife says the woman jokes or the man jokes or the gay jokes or the racist jokes. If it gets too politically correct, comedians take away the tools of a comedian.
No,
not
but don't you
necessarily.
agree?
There's
No,
other
I
things you can make
disagree.
funny.
Yeah, that's
There's
what
other
I agree
things.
with you, Medea, because at the end of the day, those kind of things are funny to who?
Exactly.
You know
To
what I
who?
mean? Racist jokes, who are those funny to?
Yeah, the
Racists.
racists.
Yeah, homophobic to
Yeah,
homophobic people. You know what I mean? Any joke, what's made up is to offend somebody.
yeah.
And we don't need to be even that kind of comedy because there's comedy out there which doesn't need to offend anybody. Like when you see somebody fall over, yeah, it may offend that person who's fell over because they're going to feel embarrassed, but that's going to be less painful to a whole amount of people than to just one person who may just be a bit embarrassed because they actually fell over. But
Yeah.
if they can laugh it off, nobody's embarrassed because usually those people who've uploaded those videos are the people who are in the videos.
True.
Oh yeah, I don't think you need to use anything that's gonna exclude any kind of community, maybe women, race, gender. Just don't discriminate. Just leave it alone.
Leave it
Because you
alone
know
and
it's just
find
gonna
other
get you in trouble.
things. Yeah, neutral things to find funny. Because I do think it's about time comedians got their acts together and basically changed it anyway. Because I'll be honest with you, I don't go to comedian shows because I don't think a lot of them are funny. As you said, travesty, they do make mockery of people's misery. Because as I say, when we were using the wives jokes, somebody at home could be getting beaten up right now, and they'll make a joke about it, thinking it's okay.
Yeah,
So
and it's not.
they need to change how they deal with things now, move up the line and change like everyone
Get some
else.
fresh material.
Yeah.
I don't know, because there's funny stuff out there. We laugh about things all the time, and it doesn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It doesn't involve race and stuff like that. So
That's it. It needs to stop. Because I'll never forget the Jimmy Tarbuck joke. And I think that was one of the worst jokes. And I think it took many years before they saw the light. And they won't play that joke now. But this is what Jimmy Tarbuck, and I quote, he said this. Heathrow Airport wanted to clear it. So what they said was, Mr. Patel, you wanted on the phone. Now you think about that. Think about it. They wanted to clear the airport, so they said, Mr. Patel, you wanted on the phone. So what they're saying is all the people named Mr. Patel were in the airport and they wanted to clear it. So they said, Mr. Patel, you wanted on the phone. So everybody left the airport. Think about it. And they thought that was funny. It was a racist joke.
disgusting.
You know, see what I mean? So they've been doing this for years, and I do think comedians should stop. Can you hear the little one in the background? I do apologise.
Yeah.
I think he's got something to say.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
No. I don't know, man. I think I'll still. I don't know. I think I wouldn't stop watching Dave Chappelle. I don't think he deserves to be cancelled or anything like that because of what he says.
Oh no, I think he should make a public announcement, apologise if he hasn't already, because I'm not familiar with it, to be honest. I've just heard it in the background. It's not something I've took in. But he should just make a public announcement, apologise, just like Chris Brown did when he was accused of beating up Rihanna, and all will be well, and he'll still be a comedian. Just find different material.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of comments, but I haven't really watched the was it a live comedy show but filmed on and put up on Netflix? I haven't really seen the show, but I know a few of the comments were saying that what if those that are fighting hard for transgender rights, they should fight just as hard like against racism.
Yeah,
that's what they were saying. Yeah.
I think that's another thing I think we was bothered about is that the transgender people tend to attack black people more than they should, and they don't really align with us as much.
I'm not aware of that. I'm not aware of that because, as far as I'm concerned, transgender people are all racist. So how come they're attacking?
That's what he was saying.
Black people. That's what I just said. That's what I said. That's what he said, and that's why he's. He doesn't. To me, he just went on the offensive against the people, and he knew that by saying what he said, he would get cancelled. But if anyone talks about race or says something racist, they never get cancelled. It's like, hold on a second. So I think he was talking about the way it's not fair. It's unfair when things are dealt with. I don't know. It's a complicated situation, man. Let's
hang on a minute. No, one more thing. yes, it's unfair, but bring the unfairness to the people who are causing it to be unfair. And you'll find that it's not actually the transgender people. They're getting away with it, but who's allowing them to get away with it? That's where you need to go. The same people who are not letting him get away with his comments should stop the transgender people saying things that they shouldn't be saying either. So lay it at the proper door.
No. Anyway, yeah, okay. Dave Chappelle, man. I mean, he's gonna do. Anyway, he's got something to say about it soon, so we're gonna listen to that. Hopefully, it's gonna come out on another Netflix special. Hope don't cancel his shows or anything because he's a great comedian. He's funny, and he probably should get another 50 million or 80 million or whatever it was. Yeah.
He could retire now if he wanted to.
That's true. Wait, you wrote something. Why are so many people getting spiked, and what can they do to protect ourselves from this happening? Who's spiking who?
Open the door, please, Pudding, on this one.
What door?
Don't know what door. The door. My doors are open.
The spike door.
Oh, you mean that door? Oh, okay.
The spike door.
Take the floor.
I only seen that briefly. That's only a very new thing. Like just today or yesterday, I've seen some stuff about there because I know some locals got spiked at a very. What shouts out to me, the storyline that I seen, the women that got spiked, it's not one of them clubs or pubs that you would actually say, is the hot spot. You just go for a cheap, quiet night out and you listen to steps and whatnot. You know, I'm not going to name the club just in case we get shadow banned or whatever. But yeah, she the way she got spiked, she would buy her drinks the whole time, but then did she go in the bathroom or something? I'm hearing that she went in the bathroom and she collapsed. She went into seizure mode and she didn't understand why that was happening to her. But it was the way she got spiked. Everyone was basically like gasping over. That's all I know from the story. I don't know everything in detail. I've just been seeing a lot of posts about it. And she's got like bruises and stuff.
Why has this thing become out there again? I mean, it's been around for a very long time, your drinks being spiked. But why are people suddenly getting so brave to spike again? Why has there been a new surge?
Rehypnol. What did he use? Is it Rehypnol?
I don't know what it is. Is that the rape drug? Or the date rape drug, they call it, yeah.
Rehypnol.
I don't even know what kind that is, but all I know is that I read up something briefly saying that the way you do it, you've got to cut the wound and like squeeze the blood out. You know, trigger warning for those who don't like this sort of stuff. But you don't suck the whatever's been put into your system. You just squeeze it out and clean it out with water and some soap. And you try not to rub it in. That's
what are you talking about?
Well, that's a detailed explanation, man. He's not even doing this. I mean, kill it. I mean, spiking people, dude.
This is what was on. This is
I thought you drink it.
No,
you drink it.
You don't.
It's in your drink
no,
usually.
You don't. No, they said don't. They said whatever you do, don't suck it through your mouth. You know, clean it out with water and some soap, and try not to rub it in. So you have to encourage it to actually come out your system.
So you're on about people who are just pricking you? Are they pricking you with a needle or something?
In your drinks, but the girl literally had bruises, and I said, wherever you see that bruise, that's what
she was having seizures. That's why. She's having seizures on the toilet floor. She's gonna get bruises.
Wait a second. Is it a date rape drug or is it just some?
I just do not know what the drug was. But all I know that this individual, when she went to the hospital, they said there was a cocktail of drugs in her system.
Okay.
And it is a bit worrying because a lot of people accept drinks from strangers and don't know what they're getting themselves into.
That's the thing. She don't recall from what I made from the post. She made she went and got her own drink and she was by her own drink the whole night.
So how did someone get to spike it then?
This is mad. Unless it's the staff themselves.
Could be. You'll be surprised what people do.
No.
It's something that people need to be aware of. If you love clubbing, don't leave your drinks, because a lot of people do drink until they're silly and they leave their drinks anywhere. They get confused, and there's got to be mischievous people out there who want to just tip whatever they can in a drink.
Not right.
You know, people have got to be more aware and stop being so careless.
It's true.
Definitely.
I was just shocked at the club that it was. I was like, that club. But then it kind of makes sense because that person probably thought, oh, this is not a club that everybody goes to. Let me do what I'm doing in here because this is the last club that people want to go to.
I think it seems like a place where it's like easy to get away with it, I guess. Smaller the club, the more likely you're gonna get away with it, you know what I mean? Then again, no, I guess it's a bigger the club, the more likely to get away with it because more people, you don't know who's doing it.
Exactly. And I'd be suspicious of everyone, including the staff, because you just don't know who's doing it.
Well, you know, it's never going to happen in a black club because they don't even want to buy you a drink. So, you know.
No, that is not. No, you see there, that was a racist comment.
No, that's not racist.
That was a racist comment. Black people don't buy drinks.
That's the experience.
I buy drinks. I used to buy. Wait there. Let me say something. I used to buy drinks for girls all the time. Girls. Then I realized.
I don't remember seeing you out crying and pushing.
Different caliber, I guess. Until I realized that I was buying drinks for girls and I wasn't getting nothing back for it. No talking, no conversation, nothing like number. I was just like this. It's too much hard work.
You had ulterior motive, Alstadio.
Maybe.
You could smell desperation.
So they backfired because they played you by getting the free drinks?
Of course. Oh, luckily, I stopped it quickly. I let it quickly, so I didn't lose too much money still.
True.
All right, let's see. Okay, so you got a group of people written down now. Madai, I want to meet you when you're not talking because you've got the noise in the background. Or can you mute yourself, Madai, when you're not talking?
How do I mute myself?
There should be I don't know, man. You have to ask one of these guys.
It's not muting.
The microphone, it says mic.
You have to
I haven't got that on mine at all.
You on a laptop?
It's not displaying. You'll have to try and mute me.
Well, I don't know when to. Okay, wait. Anyway, there's this. Leave it on mute for now. It's quite quiet behind you. So we got this group, Internet Britain. I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyway, they got someone. I think it was put this video in. They practically glued themselves to yo. What is that? You know what though? You know, I mean, to be fair, it's quite pathetic. But I do remember the Gorilla Glue chick, the Gorilla Glue trick who glued her hair. She was pathetic too. I know, sorry.
Yeah. When I saw it, I was like, these people heard nothing from the Gorilla Glue chick.
Yeah, they missed it. They were too busy in the road. You know what though? I actually support them though, to be fair. I support people like this because I feel like these are the pioneers, man. These are the people who get things done. Like I think they've issued now, I don't know if it's because of these guys, they've given everyone so much, I don't know if it's 5,000 or 500, I don't know, pound towards their heating or something. So you know, I like that. I think these guys, okay, maybe they could do it in another way, but I mean, this is quite extraordinary, isn't it? It's like you're doing something extreme and it gets the publicity it deserves. So good luck to them, man. I mean, I saw some videos where some woman tried to actually drive over them and drive through them. I was like, you are not, the fact that you want to kill somebody because you're late for an appointment or whatever, or your work is crazy. That's insanity to me. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm glad you elaborated on that because I was explaining this before, like a little bit earlier. Like I got confused of the whole concept, but now you said it's publicity. That makes sense because I'm thinking if you want to go up against humanity, that doesn't make sense to me. Like, wouldn't you want to? Okay, maybe not humanity, like authority, like certain people. I'm going to say we're not the ones in control of what it is you're after. That's what I've seen it as. Maybe you need to go to the bigwigs like the government or those sort of people, public services or whatnot. But now that you've actually elaborated, it's for publicity, then it's working. Yeah. But the next step that I saw today, Australia, is someone's crazy enough and spraying ink in all their faces. I'm like, now you're just going too far.
Why
would you want to do that?
Al Stalio, who wants to participate in the show?
I don't know. Someone wrote that. I don't know who it is, but I told him this is a closed show. I know you can see what I wrote at the bottom. It's a closed podcast.
Yeah.
You can put questions here, so. I don't know who it is. It doesn't say who it is. I can't even tell. I know this guy. Actually, I could probably.
You can add him if you want to.
Yeah, no, I know the guy. Hey, Carlin, how's it going, man? We're gonna do a podcast on in a couple of days together. Don't worry. Unless you want to come on for a minute. Wait, I'll send you a link. Hold on. Carlin's a guy from Brazil.
Oh, okay.
Let me see if I can get him up a little bit. Where is he? Hold on one sec. I have to find him. Let's see. Let's see if they're joining. Yeah, so like I said, I think these guys from Internet Britain are brave and they're really a bit stupid, but I feel like they should do what they're doing. I think we need more people like that. And if we had more people like that, we're brave, we'll probably get some stuff done on this planet. You know what I mean? Because right now it's kind of a mess everywhere. Yeah. So yeah,
what's it about again? Is it about COVID?
Climate change, isn't it?
Yeah, they want everyone to. COVID. Oh no, it's not about COVID. They want everyone to have insulated houses for the winter. They want everyone to get.
I agree.
And I agree. I'm like,
where are they? Send me the address. I've got time.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was about. Honestly, didn't know what it was about. I just kept seeing
people
being dragged, people having ink in their face, people getting ran over by cars, people being screamed at, people being chained up. People just sitting in the middle of the traffic lights. I was seeing all sorts.
It's actually just stupid that people would glue themselves to the street. I think what you should do, I think it's enough for you to stand in the street a little bit, block a bit of the traffic, and then let some people go past, get out the way, and then go back into the street. Do it intermittently instead of constantly staying there, because I think you are kind of disrupting everybody else as well. But in a way, you need to make a stand in it. You need to make a stand there. That's what I think it is. So okay, let's see. There's that. Let me see. Did anyone watch?
Please don't talk about that game.
Squid Game.
That's on Netflix. Oh, no, you do.
Squid Game is epic. What are you talking about?
Good.
It's proper good. You need to watch it. You need to watch it, man.
I will not be watching it. I can
tell you, you'll get something from that show.
Yeah,
I feel like you get something from it. It's not like
I wouldn't watch it because I've watched enough violence in my life. I don't want to watch a violent show and gory.
Yeah, but that shows you the nature of that shows you the nature of humans. If you watch that, it's like it is violent.
Humans are like that. Don't need to be watching it.
But the way they've made it, it's thought provoking. I think it's really good. It's kind of sad in a way. You kind of watch it, you think, oh no, man.
Yeah,
he's such a nice guy. There's moments where he's like, this guy's such a nice guy, man, and I didn't think he would, so you gotta. It's really worth a watch. I think it's not for no reason that it's at the top, where it is. It's amazing. It really is amazing. I got watched that 4 or 5 times through. To be fair,
you can watch it as if you were me. Then
I don't think my day would be into it. I don't know. I wouldn't.
In my older years, I'm kind of a sentimental woman. I like sentimental things.
Oh, that'll get you sentimental then.
No. I don't want to hear about people who are in debt.
To be fair, I could see my Dave on this show.
I'd win.
On this Squid Game. You probably would. You have to be ruthless.
There's a woman like you in there. There's a woman like you in there. Actually, in that China. That woman just over there. Yeah.
Baby.
Yeah. I'll kill you. Yeah, my dad. Trust me, watch it. Tell me if you regret it, I'll give you £50. I'll give you £50 if you regret it, but you won't regret it. You'll like it.
She perhaps regret it. She will. Regret it.
Of course she would. The hustler. But there's a hustler.
But while you're mentioning it, have you seen the posts about some schools in the UK have been having their kids at the school?
They're telling the kids not to mimic it. So
Yeah,
why are children are being allowed to watch it in the first place?
That's why everyone's like, why is children
it's 15,
being allowed to watch it anywhere?
Yeah, but
but they're talking about children, not teenagers.
Well, Netflix is there for everybody, isn't it? Unfortunately.
Well, little one at yours, Madame, knows about the red light, green light. I was like, why does she know this?
Let me.
She was playing the innocent version though, so I was like, okay then. That's the actual game, how it's meant to be played. As long as it doesn't go violent.
That part was scariest, I thought.
What part?
The beginning, because you was like, what the hell?
Oh, yeah.
Because you wouldn't know what to expect, any. Because I said, how would you do it? I would have to crawl along the floor because I'm not going to be able to, you know what I mean? That's mad. Mad thing right there. Mad thing. Yeah, so.
Yeah, I think it's great. Hey, but you've got to sit down. Watch it. Just watch one tonight and you'll watch all the rest by tomorrow. I guarantee
I did. I watched in 2 days, I did.
I guarantee it. You're watching it, you'll be like, this is good, this is. Trust me. But watch it in Korean though. Watch it in Korean with subtitles. Don't watch it in English. That's horrible. Might as well read it. Seems more official. Okay, let's do the last thing for today, which is okay, this I don't know what. Yeah, okay. Do we agree with this statement? This is a statement. So no dad is better than inconsistent dad. Make it make sense. Why would you subject your kid to inconsistency?
I agree.
Wait, stop.
I think it's better to have no dad.
No. I don't agree. After listening to some of these books that I've been reading and listening to and working out, it's very important. You know, the woman said in this one book, it's called The Sex Scandal. Amazing book, by the way. And she says, dads offer different things what women don't offer kids, and you need the balance. So even if your dad's inconsistent, what balance are
you getting with an inconsistent person?
Yeah, but he might not. Let's say
depends what. Me and you are going to knock head on this one, and
we are going to
jump in there.
Take this out, man.
The reason why an inconsistent dad is of no use is because you are teaching your children, the girls, you're teaching them that's how a man treats a woman. That is a fact. You're then treating your sons that you don't need to be there for your children. You're teaching your kids negative things to start with. So it's better to have no dad, because that way they can't be blamed for anything. They're not there. You know what I mean? Sorry, no, I don't agree with inconsistent dad.
Yeah, but I think you got to look at it this way. At least having a dad there, at least, depending on what you mean by inconsistent.
You need a dad there. When we talk about inconsistent, I know exactly what they mean. Where he said he's coming today and he doesn't come till 3 weeks later. That's an inconsistent dad.
Okay.
The father is at work 9 till 5 and only sees his children in the evening. That's still a dad who's there.
Well, the thing is, having no dad there, that means you have no male influence on the kid.
Yes, you can. You can get it from uncles and
no, man, it's not enough. It's not enough. So you got. When you inconsistent dad, let's say you see dad once every 4 weeks, and in some cases, if your dad's
that's consistent. That's consistent.
That's inconsistent. That's not regular.
No, consistent. If a child knows his dad's coming once a month, that's consistent. Let me give you an example. My grandchildren see their parents once a month, so the children know every month they're going to see a parent or the parents. That's consistent. It's routine. They know. If it's inconsistent, it's like you'll see them today. You may not see them for 10 weeks, and then you'll see them 2 days in a row. Then you might not see them for another fortnight. You might see them for 3 days in a row, or then you won't see them for 2 months and you'll see them for 1 day. That's inconsistent. So that's what we mean when inconsistent, because it unbalances the children. They don't know where they're at, and they can't make concrete plans because they don't know whether dad is coming or not. That's inconsistent.
I feel like
there's no dad. There's nothing to expect.
Well, I feel like
the difference.
Well, I feel like having some influence or some
Pudding, jump in there. What do you think?
I don't know. I think I'm going to have to disagree with you a little bit, Alstalio, because from my personal experience, it messes with my balance. Like, I don't know what to expect. It builds my anxiety, and I don't know where I'm at in my relationship with my father. So I can't. No.
Well, I think you got a chance at some point to salvage.
No. And it takes two to tango as well. So it's the case of, is that person in the correct or an appropriate mental capacity to sustain a relationship between their child and themselves?
Exactly.
No, man. I would just say that it makes sense to have somebody that have at least, inconsistent means that your daddy's still there. You still know your dad. Having no dad, you don't have a dad at all. I'd rather have a dad I don't see, or I know he's there, but I don't see.
What about those kids who beckon and want that parent there on a regular basis, and this dad is messing them about left, right, and centre? They're left anxious.
You know what? As long as he's there, you can always talk to him and be like...
No, kids do not see it that way. Say, for instance, that father said, this is another version of being inconsistent. The kid wants them to be at their sports day, and he's promising, yes, I'll be there, and that child doesn't see him for the next 3 weeks. That's inconsistent. It's not the child for 6. He's heartbroken. She's heartbroken. Didn't know, daddy's not coming. There's no real reason why he hasn't come. There's no explanation. That's inconsistent.
I don't know. I don't ever agree with you, but yeah, if that's what you want to say, then yeah.
You know, you can even damage someone by being there inconsistently. Like, at least you know where you're at when they're absent. You know who.
There's no expectations, is there?
No expectations, but when you're inconsistent, it's screwed up. It really
is.
It's
the same as listen. Sorry for jumping in there,
yeah. But when you're purposely doing it and you're being lazy,
or you don't care, then so it doesn't matter. The child's not important enough. It's the same as saying. He doesn't agree. He's saying it's the same as saying the Jamaicans have an old time saying that half a man is better than no man at all. I don't.
That's what I mean. Inconsistent. That's what I mean. Inconsistent is better than having nobody. That's what I would say.
What, are you talking to someone like me who prefers to have nobody?
That's the thing. You got to set all your biases aside, and think on a logical.
I'll tell you, I am experienced enough to say that I'd rather be alone than have man who I'm not sure.
We're not talking about you having a man. We're talking about the kid's father being there consistently is better than having no dad at all. Trust me.
Listen. I can tell you now, as a child, I can go back to my childhood. I knew I was seeing my father every Friday. I knew I was going to get my bag of opal fruits, and he was going to give me my money. That's consistent. I knew it, so I looked.
Yeah, so if he comes once a week.
Listen, that's what we used to go and meet him at work on a Friday. We knew he was going to come on a Wednesday to visit us. And he never failed to do that. That's consistent. So we knew Dad was going to come on a Wednesday. We knew we were going to see him on a Friday. So that's consistent. Now, if I'd have had a dad that I didn't know whether he was coming or going, I'd be confused. And it doesn't help you in your adult life because you don't trust.
It's so true.
Having no dad, though, I think is worse.
Having no dad, you just explain that daddy's just not here and that's it. You can't help it, that's it.
Yeah, at least I feel like with that you can explain a little bit more sometimes.
How would you explain
why your dad's not here? And you can kind of put it to bed slightly in the sense of, your dad's not here, he couldn't do this or couldn't do that. But when it's inconsistent, you're thinking to yourself, I don't even know what your dad's doing. I don't even know if he wants to see you or not. Not that you're saying that to the child,
I don't know if he loves me or not.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. All right, guys. Let's go around the table. Actually, Travis has disappeared. I don't know where she's gone. Oh, no, wait. Let me say it correctly. I don't know where it's gone because gender is obviously something we can't say. So... put in what you got to say for the last words.
Yeah. Green light, red light, green light, red light. That's all I can say.
Talking about Medea?
I'm just going to say, if you talking about dads, try and be consistent. If you want to be a good father, be consistent in your children's life. That's all I've got to say. Either be there and stick to a regime, or don't be there at all. Simple.
I would say, from me and Travis, the only say last word for Travis to do is Medea watch Squid Games. Believe me, and if you don't listen, if you don't like it, I'll send you $50.
It's not a case of me liking or not liking it. It's a case that it doesn't interest me.
It would interest. That's the thing. It didn't really interest me when I first saw it. I was like, "What the hell's this?" And I heard everyone talking about it. I thought, let me watch it. I watched one.
So I was like, watch it. I was like, Medea, watch it. Come on, watch it. It's your thing. You like scandal.
It's your thing.
It's not my thing.
It's your
like violence.
It's not something to do with violence.
It's like horror.
There's something. It's not like horror. There's something going on beside it. Okay. There's something going around it. It's more like a thriller. I would say it's a thriller.
Okay.
Maybe a psychological thriller.
We'll see. Anyway, right. I'm going to put this one to bed because he obviously thinks it's time to play.
Yeah. So next week, hopefully, we'll be back. Actually, I'm settling it. We're going to be back next week. Yes. Guys, stay tuned and we'll see you next week. Bye.
See you next week, everyone. Bye.
Many have tried and failed because they wouldn't wait. That won't happen to us. We will be fine. One step at a time. We will be fine. We will be fine.